Hi everybody, I'm back and today it's a pickup video, and as usual I've got a nice mix of games and accessories, and today I've actually got some music CDs to show to you, some soundtracks. So anyway, first of all, starting off with some handheld little games that were given away free with McDonald's back in 2005, I believe. Basically there was 8 games, 4 based on Crash Bandicoot and 4 based on Spyro the Dragon. I was at a car boot last week, and I found 4 of the games. They were reasonable. They varied a bit in condition. One was a little bit beaten up, the others had a bit of water damage, and the other 2 were fine. They're 20p each. Of course they weren't working. Got them home, changed the batteries which had leaked a little bit, and put new batteries in, and they're all working fine. And so let me just show you. So there's this one which is like a Crash Bandicoot racing game. There's a little bit of water damage, discoloration to a sticker. These games are basically simple LCD type games, and what's clever about this one, it actually it works based on the backlight, so you need to have a light source behind it. You probably can't see it because it's not light enough, and that's like a racing type game, so it relies on the light source from behind. So ideally you need quite a powerful light from behind to see what you're doing actually. But no, it's I thought for 20p it's worth picking up. They go for about £3 or £4 each, they do. So for 20p each, that's okay. I'll be keeping those in the collection. There's 3 different ones I had, and 1 double which I gave to my daughter to play with, and she quite likes it. Here's a Spyro one, again working on the same natural light as backlight behind. It's like a first person type dungeon explorer one, that is, with Spyro. Again, you probably can't make it out or see it, but it's a nice, simple, little, sweet little game, really. And I thought for McDonald's to give them away back in a day, that was a wonderful idea. So it's a shame I missed out on them when they first came out, really. This one was no backlight or anything. I think it's a type of racing type game. That first one actually wasn't a racing game; it was a shooter. And this is a shooter one. So yeah, this is a 2-person shooter. You can be on the top and go left, right, and shoot. Or you can be at the, on the top, go left, right, and shoot type thing. You get the idea. So it's like a 2-person co-op type shooter on LCD, and that's the one which I had a double off, which I gave to my daughter. So she was quite pleased with that. So it's nice to know that even children today can appreciate the sort of games and technology I played with when I was a kid. Well, anyway, okay, some soundtracks. First of all, this soundtrack. There's been loads of videos on this actually, and it was something that was released by Club Nintendo for anyone who had bought and registered Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and Wii U, and that is a soundtrack to Super Smash Bros. Okay, it's all sealed and everything. I probably won't open it, just keep it for the collection. I'll probably stick it inside my Super Smash Bros. Wii U box thing with a figure. I'll probably keep it all together in that. Alright, this other soundtrack, I've tried to look for it on eBay and everywhere else, and I can't find it anywhere, so it must be quite rare. It was a soundtrack that came out with Nintendo magazine, and it's quite, so I think it's probably very rare. I imagine, considering the genre it's from, it's quite a popular genre, it's probably worth a fair bit. I found it inside a copy of Street Fighter, was it Hyper Street Fighter on the PS2 or something like that. Opened it up, it was actually missing the game, but it did have this disc in it, and so I took the disc out. It came with a package sleeve, and asked the lady what she wanted, and she said, oh, 50p, and I thought, okay, that's fine, I'll have that for 50p. And that is Street Fighter 2 soundtrack. So tracks 1 to 10 consist of Street Fighter 2 music, and tracks 11 and 13 are like special effects from the game, or games I should suppose, really. The artwork is obviously from the SNES game, so I imagine it's a soundtrack from the SNES version of Street Fighter 2. So I thought I'm quite stoked to have that. The CD wasn't scratched or anything, it's all complete. So for 50p I thought that was a good deal really, and I'll probably end up putting that on my iTunes library and have that on my phone. I might have a few cool sound effects or whatever on my phone from that. Okay, so that was a nice little pickup, something unusual you don't always see. Next is an accessory I got from Game. I paid retail for it. You know, it's not probably not best price. Like I may have been able to get it a little bit cheaper elsewhere, but I'm planning to get the Majora's Mask 3DS XL. I've got it pre-ordered for a second launch, or not second launch, the second shipment from March from Club Nintendo. And so when it does come, I'll be keeping in this. So this is like the 3DS type. What do they call it? Majora's Mask 3D Folio Starter Set. So you get the, you know, you can fit with a 3DS XL, a new one, as well as a standard. It comes with a few styluses and a cleaning cloth and so forth. But it'd be nice to keep my, you know, console in it when it does come. So that's why I picked it up. Okay. Sticking with some old school games. This is a SNES game I got. It's not rare, but it's uncommon, I would say, really. To get one that's boxed and complete with manual, it's quite difficult. I got this off Amazon. It was supposed to be boxed with game, but missing the manual. And I bought it including postage from Amazon. It was about £30, which is not a bad price actually. And I ordered separately the manual off eBay, and I got it for a good price. The manual for £5.99. Well, the game arrived first, and guess what? You know, you probably guessed it already. It actually did include a manual. They made a cock-up on the listing. It was like some sort of retro game shop type thing, and they made that cock-up on the listing, so I didn't need to buy a second manual in the end. It was okay, it was all complete, the manual, but the one that came in the post, which I did pay for, was better condition, so I swapped them over. So I do have a complete manual that's, you know, it's fair condition. So if anyone's after a manual for Ghoul Patrol, please do let me know. I'll let you have it for what I paid for it, which was £5.99. So if if anyone's interested after a manual for Ghoul Patrol, just let us know. This game, as you may already know, is a sequel to Zombies, as it's called on the SNES, or Zombies Ate My Neighbours on the Mega Drive. I do have a Mega Drive copy of that, and I will be picking up the SNES version at some point, which is a little bit different, not a lot, but it's supposed to be slightly superior, obviously in terms of music and sound. And I think you get an additional weapon in it, like a flamethrower or something like that, really. But it's not a too huge amount of difference between the two systems on the game. Still both great games, but I think I'll probably get it on the SNES as well, because I've got the sequel on the SNES. Okay, something which I picked up quite cheaply off eBay. I wanted to just get the game by itself, and that's Alien Storm. I do have it on the Mega Drive collection, excuse me, on the PS3. I think there's also one on PS2 which might be on as well. But I wanted to have a cartridge version of it just to go in the collection. Most people wanted about £8 or so delivered for that game. But I realised it was you can also get part of a Mega Drive compilation called Mega Games 3, which is this one. And someone was saying this one and this one, complete with all 3 manuals in each one, for all the 3 games, so 6 games in total, for £9.99 including postage, which I thought was quite a good deal really. So that's what I did. I went ahead and got those 2, Mega Games 1 and Mega Games 3. I'll probably end up picking up Mega Games 2 just to go in the series, which I think that it has, I think it's got Shinobi on it and Streets of Rage. And I can't remember what the other game on it is, but I'll probably pick that up as well at some point. So nice to have in the Mega Drive collection. Like I said, they got each of those got all the manuals. Okay. Moving on to slightly more modern era games. Moving on to a PlayStation. I picked up a few PlayStation games, not as many as I picked up last time, but I've got 4 games. Nothing super cool or anything, but they're all £1 each, so that's not bad. This one's Demolition Racer, which is similar to like Demolition Top Derby game. It's it's black on the side, but it's a best of one. So as long as it's not platinum, I don't mind best of games so much, to a certain degree. So I will, will pick those up. And this is what I've done with Armageddon as well. Worms Armageddon. Again, it's black on the side, so when you get them in all piled up, it looks no different. So I just don't like the silver platinum ones because they do stick out like a sore thumb, really. All these games are complete as always. This one is a classics version of Midway Arcade Party Pack, which has it's got is it Tubin, Sprint, Rampage, Smash TV, Clax, and is it ISO or Tizo or no, 720. It's a game called 720. Sorry, it's I need new glasses, I think. Okay, so that's a combination of Midway games on the PS1. Again, that was only £1, which I thought was not bad for that, really. And then there's music, which is unusual. I've got the Music 2000 and 3000 on PS2, so I thought I'd get that one on the PS1, so you can be a bit of a DJ with that. Okay, this next game is the only DS game I picked actually. It's published by Rising Star Games, which has a little red star, and they tend to publish a lot of games by Japanese developers, but also by Atlas. And this is an Atlas game, believe it or not. It's a bit of a hidden gem, really. It's a bit of a snowboarding type game, and it's called SBK Snowboarding Kids. And it is an Atlas game. Box incomplete, $2.99 in cash convert, so I thought that's okay. I tend to pick up any Atlas game if I see it, and also Rising Star, as long as it's not too expensive. Okay, I have some PSP games. I got a nice Konami one, Rengoku, the Tower of Purgatory, I think it says underneath it. $2.99. Whoops. Looks okay, and I tend to pick up the Konami games more than anything else. Another Worms one, Open Warfare 2. I think there's I want to get the original Open Warfare as well, which is another PSP. So I think there's 2 Worms PSP games made, so I thought I might as well pick those up. Again, a lot of these games were either £2, £1.50 or $2.99. I think this one was £1.50. It's just Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Party Edition, nothing special. It's still not a bad game though, even though it's as common as anything, it's still not a bad game. This game's also published by Rising Star, and it's Pilot Academy. It's like a flight simulator type game. Again, I think this, I picked this up again because of the Rising Star label. You see Rising Star on it, I always say give it a punt. If it's cheap, go for it. Alright, this next game is it's part of the most popular gaming genre ever, I imagine. I never played it actually, and I thought I'd get it because it's a starter pack to it. It's an MMO. You probably guess already what that is now. It was only £5 the starter pack from Tesco's. It includes like a manual and the startup discs and I think 1 month starter type membership, and that's the World of Warcraft starter pack. And like I said, it was only £5 from Tesco's. It's all complete. The contents are all sealed. It has like a manual and so forth, Brady Games manual. And so for a £5, I thought, yeah, I might as well have that in the collection. A bit eclectic. I like to have a bit of everything really. So thought I'd have a Warcraft starter set in my collection for a £5. Okay. Turning to the Xbox, I picked up 3 original Xbox games. 2 aren't exclusive, but 1 is exclusive to a system, and the exclusive one is Shattered Union. Okay. Always pick up the exclusive games on the Xbox. This one is not exclusive, it's Lord of the Rings. I tend to pick up all the Lord of the Rings games on the GameCube as well, not GameCube, on the Xbox as well as PS2. And this one's a racing game, Crash Nitro Kart. I've got the Crash Tag Team Racing or whatever it's called, so I've got both Crash racing games on the Xbox. I have it on the PS2 as well. This game is an Xbox 360 RPG. It's not one which I see that often. It's not worth a huge amount of money. I got it for about £3 or £4 from CEX, and that's Dark Star 1 Broken Alliance. It's a type of RPG type tactical games set in space. And with the Xbox 360, I tend to pick up anything that's sort of unusual to a system and not on a PS3. So that's one of them. Alright, some PS3 games. Nothing special. Where Wild Things Are. That was about £2.99. This was about the same money. Generator Rex. This has got good reviews. It's based on a animated cartoon. I haven't had a chance to play it. A good racing game. Bar Jar. Edge of Control. I think pretty much any racing game on the PS3 is pretty okay, so I tend to pick them up if they're cheap, which that was. That was about £2 or £3. Godfather Part 2. Again, these worked out about £5 each. These ones did. The next ones I'm showing. Godfather Part 2. Original Godfather on the PS2. And then the Devil May Cry DMC. Sort of a relaunch of the Devil May Cry series based on the, a different version of the main character Dante. Capcom game. Get it for the system. That's about £5. And then Saw 2 by Konami, another Konami horror. I have Saw 1, I picked it up a little while ago and I thought I'd pick this up too. I'm not a massive fan for torture games, but it is Konami and it's a horror, so why not? Okay, I think I've only got 2 minutes left of recording, so better be quick. Space Marines, I've already had it on the collector's set, but that was £2.99, so I thought I'd get that loose. South Park, this is a fantastic game. I got that for about £12, just for a collection. That's the most I spent on a PS3 game. Oh, there's 2 minutes left before I run out of memory. Okay, shown on the telly, Obscure. I found CEX slipping on this. Normally this goes for about £10 or £12. I got it for a £5. Shown on the telly. The Quest for Aladdin's Treasure. Made by the same people who bought us Robin Hood's Quest. So it's like brand new condition. It's like an old-fashioned PC game, but I thought it's not the most common game, so I thought I'd pick it up. Van Helsing. This is by Sierra Games. Terrible movie, but I hope your game's better. Hot Wheels, I tend to pick up all the Hot Wheels game. Velocity, Hot Wheels Velocity. Backyard Wrestling, the first one, Don't Try Us at Home. I have the second one as well, it looks like fun. Looney Tunes game, Taz Wanted. Okay, I'm shooting through these really fast because I'm back to run out of memory, so 1 minute left. Right, Tack, The Great Juju Challenge. Speed Kings, Porter Runner, it's a usual one I don't often see. Nice NHL one, Nitro Pro, Hits Pro, Smashed, the first one, F1 Racing, NBA Live 2008, I always get the 2008 games. Secret Saturdays, Beasts of the Fifth Island, again looks fun. Kung Fu Panda 2, another U-Draw game to go with my U-Draw tablet. Ninja Reflex. And I think I'm just about done, so if it runs out of memory, bye guys.